our founder flames. This right here is an embodied form of the violet ray spectrum. Tap in and tune in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Grand Rising with ChristoLight, your sacred space for discovering the Ascended Masters in crystal healing. Ashe. Tap in and tune in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Grand Rising. Now beginning to focus on the mental body. So the blue ray is the first ray of light. The energy of this flame is the first and final synthesis, the source of all the other energies. The blue flame is in the core of the very strength and energy. The first ray is represented by the power of intent, cause, direction, centralization, and unity. And its keynote is will, divine will. With his blue flaming sword, Archangel Michael can free you from your quote-unquote bad karma. And when we say bad karma, so you can do 741 hertz sound healing to help reattune your blue ray throat chakra. organicsessencellc.com. Really nice stone. Very affordable prices as well. I'll be referencing here in a moment for you guys. But lapis lazuli.
Use the Metatron cube, a sacred geometric structure composed of 13 circles. It is used as an instrument of protection and also to understand reality.
The experiment for dissolving the empire through, not obliteration this time, just like Atlantis and Lemuria, but through alchemical mutation and purification. The reason why they have the violet fire in their bodies and auras, underlined to this exclamation in the fact that the ray 1 is intrinsically connected to ray 7, the violet ray. Thoth, Sheshet, Akhenaten, and the second anonymous wife, Kaya, are ray 1 beings. Ankh, the symbol of immortality, their mascot, is the mascot of ray 1 too, along with the blue diamond, the symbol of Lord El Moria's office of ray 1. Hey, grand day. Check out my shirt today. Ooh. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool, right? It feels like man, feels like a good day to flow. I can feel the yellow ray shining through me, so you can see that you can be who you are in this moment. and you see we are here, and we are not the way that we like to shine, like the vibe. Now it's time for us to stand in our light, illuminate, stand bright, show others that they can fight through the darkness of their life. Mm. All right, all right. So, grand day, grand rising, everybody. Welcome in, and thank you for tuning in to Grand Rising with ChristoLight, as we are on a fresh new episode, and we are continuing into the ray of light spectrum of divine light that makes up our universal matrix. And yesterday, as you guys saw in the replay, we talked about the first ray of light, which is the blue ray, God's will. And now today we are going into the second ray of light, which is the yellow ray of illumination and enlightenment within. So we're going to dive into what this ray of light is. We're going to talk about specific ascended masters and go more detailed into each one. We're going to talk about a pair of archangels that connect us with the yellow ray that we can utilize in our everyday life. And then we will also be talking about specific crystals, and we'll go in depth with the individual crystals as well to help you guys understand the properties and the magnificence that each one of these crystals can bring into your life to help you connect with the yellow and golden ray of light. Along with that, there will be some educational videos that I'll be playing throughout this as well. I also will pull a card from the Light Language Oracle. And then we'll have a wonderful wrap-up practice with the crystal, Reiki, and guided energy session. So that is what is going to be coming up in this episode. And we're going to go ahead and get things moving. And we're going to move into our topic for today, which is going to be...
You need to hear this if you're searching for more clarity and joy in your life. The universe has guides for you. Let's meet two of the brightest. Archangel Jophiel is known as the angel of beauty and illumination. Whenever you need to shift your thoughts from chaos to clarity, Jophiel's energy brings in those golden rays of wisdom. She helps you see the beauty in every moment, turning everyday struggles into spiritual lessons. But she's not alone. Lady Christine, the twin flame of Jophiel, works with the yellow ray. Think of it as the light of divine intelligence. Together, they help awaken your mind and spark your creativity so you can live with more purpose and joy. If you ever feel stuck or clouded by negativity, call on Jophiel and Christine. Imagine their golden light surrounding you, clearing away confusion and filling you with inspiration. Remember, you have angelic wisdom on your side. Tune in, trust, and let the yellow ray light your way.
Ever wondered what color enlightenment is? The answer may surprise you. It's the radiant yellow ray. The yellow ray isn't just a color. It's a frequency that sparks wisdom and clarity from within. It's known to open the mind, activate your intuition, and shine insight on your spiritual path. Want to invite more light into your life? Start with the yellow ray and let your inner light shine.
All right. So I wasn't supposed to play that Archangel video yet, but hey, little sneak peek. We'll be talking about Archangel Jophiel and Archangel Christine, which is the couple or the pair of archangels for the yellow ray. So we'll be talking about them a little bit later on. But for now, we're just gonna dive into what the yellow ray is, and then we'll continue on from there. But before we get started, we're gonna, as usual, have our self-scan, self-check-in, breath session to help clear the mind, emotions, and body. So feel free to go ahead and get comfortable as we are going to get ready to do our self-scan, self-check-in. I'll give you guys 44 seconds and we'll be back. Feel free to get relaxed, consider lay down, and get ready. Alrighty, we have our solar plexus singing bowl, and we will be touching on the solar plexus chakra as well. And we'll be going a little in depth about what the solar plexus chakra is, how it relates to our life, and how we can utilize it to have a more deeper connection with our yellow ray of light. So go ahead and get cozy. Relax the shoulders, relax the body, relax the toes, and just relax the jaw. Make sure you're not clenching your teeth. And then you can focus on the breath, breathing in through the nose, drawing the breath all the way down through your body, and breathing out of the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, drawing it down the body, breathing out of the mouth. Just continue to focus on this breath. And as you focus on this breath, allow yourself to let go of expectations or letting go of attachments to the past, to later today, the future. Just allowing ourselves to relax, to focus on our breathing, and to let go of the outside world in this moment. If you're just joining, allow yourself to get comfortable, get into a meditation state as we are breathing and bringing focus to clearing our mind, emotions, and body. So now as we breathe, let's begin to focus on the mind. We are observing our mind. We are not attaching. And continuing to breathe as we observe. And as we observe, am I having continuous negative thought forms? Am I having continuous attachments to the past or fear of the future? Am I constantly thinking about others, judging others, or worried about the opinions of others? If any of this is present in our current life, it has been a pattern that we would like to address, feel free to just allow yourself to observe and continue to focus on the breath, knowing that the breath shall release. Staying with the breath, clearing these mental cords. And as we release, we begin to receive more positive thought forms. We are telling ourselves more positive affirmations in this moment. And we are boosting and uplifting in our mental health. I am aware that I am a divine being, that I am of a creator. What a beautiful blessing to be able to be the I am of the source creator. Just imagine that for a moment, that we get to be the I am of the source creator. Like, we give the source creator the opportunity to be able to experience itself. And it gives us the opportunity to experience an illusion of it while it experiences itself. Phenomenal. All right, let's continue to breathe. We're now going to bring our focus and drop it into our emotional body. Breathing and focusing on the emotional body. Do we have stagnant emotions causing density and blockages? Do we have overwhelming emotions? Are we overstimulated? Are we unconsciously leaking and pouring our wounds and pain and suffering? Are we holding on to emotional attachments? Are we having codependent ways or narcissistic ways? Let's be honest with ourselves in this moment and give ourselves grace. Focus as we alleviate our emotional body. As we release and clear from our emotional body, we can feel our channels and all of our avenues clearing, becoming more fluid, allowing our electrical and light body energy to flow through us. All right, and now with the breath, we are going to go ahead and move into focusing on our physical body. So now breathing into our physical, through our cells, our pores, blood, bones, muscle, ligaments, tissue. Breathing through it all as the breath is all. Alleviating any ailments, releasing any tension, and bringing stretching, coordination to any of our physical body, vibration. Releasing toxins, releasing radiation frequencies. Every breath, our body aligns. All right. And when you're ready, you may make your way back to center, and you may open your eyes and continue on. So thank you guys for joining me in that self-scan and self-check-in for today. And of course, if there's any messages is a wonderfully sacred, safe, and healing space that will be able to help support. All right. Let's get started. We're going to talk about the yellow ray, second ray of light. All right. Gaining enlightenment with the yellow ray of wisdom. So the second ray, the yellow ray of wisdom. This yellow gold flame is the ray of consciousness that concerns sensitivity, intuition, wisdom, education, understanding, and illumination. It amplifies Christ consciousness in all three kingdoms: human, angelic, and nature. It is the light that reveals your inner wisdom by connecting you to your higher self, fires up inspiration, protects you with knowledge, it helps reveal your truth. It enhances your mental abilities of clarity of mind and intuition. Guides education, promotes understanding, and illuminates your path with higher guidance. Like divine sunlight, the yellow ray shines on our path to show us the way, and reveals our inner wisdom, as well as showering us with divine wisdom and protection. It raises our consciousness so that we can move into our higher potential. This ray does relate to the crown chakra. Ooh, excuse me. This ray does also connect with the crown chakra, where we connect to our higher divine wisdom within us and from divine guides who inspire us and bring us knowledge and understanding. So that's pretty cool. Not only does it connect with the solar plexus, but it also connects with the crown chakra due to the higher divine wisdom. Then some crystals that they put on here that you can connect with, you have citrine, yellow diamond, yellow sapphire, golden topaz, tiger's eye, and then the crown chakra. We'll talk about that later on with the violet flame as we go to the violet ray. But I have some more crystals that we'll talk about a little bit later on. So that's the yellow ray, just to make it nice and short and sweet. It's about illumination, it's about inner knowledge, about inspiration, and continuing to ascend and transcend. And with that comes quite a bit of things on the journey. You know, we go through a lot of things in this third dimension that kind of can easily take us out of illumination. What is illumination? Illumination being your authentic, vibrant, and loving self. So we're going to be talking about some amazing quotes and things of that nature from some of these ascended masters that connect with the yellow ray to help us get an understanding of what it means to truly carry this ray of light in a healthy and magnified state. You know, tend to very easily identify with the world and to very easily become swayed by the opinions of others. But this yellow ray of light is here to help us understand that we do not have to attach. We do not have to take on the judgment. We do not have to take on the opinions of others, because we are the source as the I am. And we are connected to the source for guidance of who to be and who we are. And we have free will in this sovereign life. So despite everything that's going on in the world, you still have a choice as an individual sovereign soul of how you want to demonstrate your timeline and path. It's quite amazing. Welcome in, Andrew. Blessings, Star Brother. Thank you for the golden love. If you guys haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Help me out. Give me some support. You guys can donate as well. Donations are down the ticker. All right. So we're just going to get right into it. We're going to continue on. If you have any questions so far about the yellow ray, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you have anything else to add about the yellow ray, feel free to drop in the comments as well. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the solar plexus chakra. And with the solar plexus chakra, boom, boom, boom. Man, this music's on fire. Let's see what layout looks better. I like this one. All right, so we're going to talk about the solar plexus chakra, as this is, our yellow ray of our personal human self in form. And we're going to talk about what the solar plexus is, how we can consciously connect with it, and what it looks like when it's overactive or blocked in this energy center. And then we'll talk about foods and herbs that you can use, as well as the different guides, ascended masters, archangels, and crystals that we can use as well for the solar plexus chakra and the yellow ray. So the solar plexus chakra, it's located in the abdomen area. And again, chakras are metaphysical. They are part of the light body system, and then they manifest into physical parts of our body. So it's in the abdomen area. And then the mantra is Ram. So each of the 7 chakras have a mantra. And the mantra is Ram for solar plexus, just like Ra. And as we learned throughout this series, Ra, part of the gold order, is the sound octave of one of the first ascended master sound vibrations of our universal time matrix. So Ra is not just a sun or a being. Ra is a vibratory tone of the founding tones of this universal time matrix. And then Ra projects down into a light spectrum. And then from the light spectrum, then projects down into forms. And then those forms turn into the sun, Sekhmet, Horus, Amen-Ra, all these different things that we see, children of the sun. That's all the gold order, the yellow flame, the Ra octave. So then traits, 528 hertz is where this chakra resonates. And as some of us may know, 528 hertz is good for regeneration and upliftment of our cellular system, as well as our emotional stability. It is also associated with the color yellow, so the yellow ray, which means the yellow ray also connects to 528 hertz in our human life. Now, physical parts of the body and physical health that the solar plexus governs is going to be the stomach, the liver, and the gallbladder. So as you'll know, and as you'll see, each of the 7 chakras are basically in the same place. That would be the center or the core of the physical parts that match with it. So your gut instinct, your stomach, liver, gallbladder, that's the solar plexus. So that's why when your stomach is feeling out of whack and your liver is feeling out of whack, you always have to like crunch over, and it becomes very difficult for you to like smile, feel good. You gotta grimace, you gotta sit there and hold yourself. You're no longer feeling the joy of life. You're no longer feeling that upliftment whenever those areas are feeling tainted. So now, mental and emotional characteristics that the solar plexus connects us with. This is our willpower and our inner strength. This is our courage. This is our confidence, our self-esteem. And when we say confidence, we mean like our real natural confidence, where we don't have to think about being confident, or we're not trying to prove that we're confident. It's that we're just grounded in our confidence. We're confident that we were born here and we're still here, so we have a divine purpose, and we get to have free will with that divine purpose. And just because things are happening out in the world, just because this person's in chaos, just because this person wants me to do this, doesn't mean it's going to take me out of my heart. It doesn't mean it's going to take me out of my shine. It doesn't mean it's going to take me out of my path that I feel called to with my higher self. And with that, I feel the beauty and the joy of having my own free will as an individual and being born here with a purpose. That kind of confidence right there. And again, you don't have to prove that to anybody, because that actually is a blockage when we're starting to prove ourselves to others, or we're trying to be like, look at me, I'm divine. We're all divine. So it's just being humble and just realizing who you are and just not wavering to things that are not in your alignment. And then we have our connection to the gut instinct. So yeah, we talked about that for just a second. It connects us to the gut instinct, which is like our second brain, as they call it. And the gut processes so much, and it holds so much of our chemicals. So be wise of your diet. Be wise if you're poisoning yourself or putting artificial chemicals into your stomach. Or are you putting things that are going to help your gut biome and give you the good things that it needs to help protect and keep you going properly? So it's also where we develop our ego. So our ego is just our human characteristics. It's how we relate to things. It's how we process and identify with this world and who we are. That's the ego. Ego is not good or bad. It's just about, what are you programming your ego to? You're the one accountable. You're the one responsible for your ego. What are you attuning your mind, body, emotions to? Are you attuning it to garbage every day? Are you attuning it to aggression? Are you attuning it to violence all the time? Are you attuning it to degrading music? Or are you attuning it to sound healing, guided meditations, affirmations, healthy behaviors that support others and yourself? It's all up to you and what you're doing with your mind, body, emotion complex. So don't blame the ego when we haven't tamed our ego or trained or sharpened our ego, when that's what we came here to do. So this is also our self-control and decision-making energy center. So it's where we take action. It's where we make change. And the more that we fill our solar plexus and feel it more active, then we feel, instead of being impulsive from the sacral, we take that energy from our sacral and then we bring it to our solar plexus. And when our solar plexus is healthy, we have self-control, and we continue to raise that energy up our system to the heart chakra, and then up to the throat, so on and so forth. And that's what it's like to not be impulsive, not be taken over by your unconscious energy. Is by getting out of your lower chakras, bridging it with the heart, and then expressing. But a lot of us in this world, the way it's been designed to keep us such an high masculine energy, quick everything. A lot of us are living so impulsive and so reactive every moment that we're not even truly processing our own emotions. We're not processing our thoughts with our emotions. We're not allowing our heart to be felt with our emotions. So we're just spewing onto others. We're just projecting. We're talking over others. We're waiting to be the one to speak and be right. We're feeling like we're the one with all the answers and all these different things. And that's just because we're living in our lower chakras. And we got to clear that up and get to our heart, so we can realize that we're all here together as one. And we all have things to share. We all have space. And that we all make mistakes and we all grow and learn. Along with that, some of us, we're being called to start elevating in our boundaries, to not be as impulsive and reactive, but to really be filled with integrity, boundaries, conscious intelligence. So those are the traits that I have for you guys when it comes to the solar plexus. Now we'll talk about overactivations and blockages in this energy center. So when we're overactive in this energy center, which now becomes being consumed by unconscious energies in our subconscious, we can become egotistical, become full of ourselves. This is where we become self-righteous and we are in service to self instead of in service to others. We are basically putting ourselves in the delusion of, I am separate from everybody, I'm on a pedestal, I'm better than everybody. Or when you're blocked, it becomes, I'm less than everybody, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve great things, I need the world to validate me. Demanding of others. This is when we just, we become manipulative, controlling, and we use our power over others. We can become possessive. You see it a lot in relationships sometimes. The solar plexus. People will become very possessive. Oh, you're my partner? You're my property now, basically. That type of energy. We have overly competitive and ambitious. It's healthy to be competitive. It's healthy to be ambitious. But once we get into the extreme of it, that's when, we start choosing money over souls. We start stepping on people's toes. We become very snake-like. We're constantly comparing. We're trying to put others down to put ourselves up and things of that nature. Then blockages. So this is when the energy center is underactive and there's a lot of density blocking it. This can happen from judging and criticizing, low self-esteem, having a loss of will to live. It can create digestive and diabetes issues. It can cause us to quit very quickly, whether it's on projects or making change. Identifying with the world, and dependent on self-worth. So dependent on self-worth, this is when you know that you love what you want to do, and you know that it's a wonderful thing to do, and you don't want to go do things for yourself because you feel like if you go do things for yourself, then your partner's going to have resentment against you, or your kids are going to be mad at you, or that, if you go do something, you're not good enough parent, or that you're not worthy of going to get a massage for yourself and stuff like that. Those are all just things that can happen when we have blockages in the solar plexus. And it's everyday human things. So now we're going to foods and herbs. We got lemon, banana, pineapple, squash, sunflower, dandelion, quinoa, ginger, turmeric, and lemon balm. These are all wonderful to help activate that yellow solar plexus. All right. So does anybody have any questions, any comments about the solar plexus? Feel free to drop them in the comments, and I will definitely get to them. All right, so with that being said, we'll go ahead and take a break for just a moment. You guys check this out. We got some good stuff coming up. Got a Ascended Masters Retreat coming up in Ohio. That will be taking place on the 15th weekend of August. Then when we get back, we'll go ahead and start talking about Ascended Masters, Archangels, and crystals for the yellow ray.
Step into a sacred space of nature, wisdom, and community at the Ascended Masters Nature Retreat, August 15th to 17th. That's the power of connecting with Ascended Masters in a supportive community. If you're seeking that kind of profound spiritual experience, join us for the Ascended Masters Nature Retreat this August 15th through 17th in the beautiful Zaleski State Forest near Hocking Hills, Ohio. This 3-day camping retreat, hosted by Marcus, ChristoLight of Sacred Light, offers a unique opportunity to connect with the energies of Ascended Masters, including Saint Germain, Kuan Yin, Yeshua, El Morya, and more. Participate in flow shops focused on mind-body-emotion alignment, crystal healing, and working with different rays or flames of light. Enjoy the Nature Center, beach and lake activities, and hiking trails during your free time. All plant-based meals are provided. Tickets: 1 day for $55, 2 days for $99, or all 3 days for $122. Register now with the link in the description or visit Sacred Light Retreats. Spaces are limited. Questions? Text Marcus ChristoLight at 513-238-5580.
Meet Lord Lanto, an ancient ascended master known for his wisdom, humility, and joy. In this journey, we'll explore his significance through the ages. Recently, he passed the mantle of Chohan of the Second Ray to Ascended Master Jesus. Prepare to be inspired by his timeless teachings and transformative journey. Around 500 BCE, Lord Lanto walked the lands of ancient China. With striking Asian features, he donned the traditional Manchurian attire, embodying a rich cultural heritage. His aura, glowing with a white center radiating to a golden yellow hue, signified his unique spiritual elevation. The threefold flame within him, blue, yellow, and pink energies, represented divine power, wisdom, and love. These qualities shaped his teachings and guidance for humanity, leading us on the path to ascension. Lord Lanto's teachings guide us to recognize the importance of self-respect, self-love, and self-worth. The second ray has many lessons. Lessons of being in balance with head and heart, lessons of thinking from the heart, not from the head, lessons of realizing true wisdom comes from the heart, not from the mind, lessons of feeling versus thinking. Wise thoughts might erupt, but the lesson is expression. The lesson is sharing the wisdom, perhaps verbally or written. This can then bring up issues of ego. He aids humanity in the sacred journey of ascension, illuminating our path to true joy. In wisdom and humility, Lord Lanto parallels the sage Lao Tse. Their timeless insights and deep understanding offer a blueprint for spiritual growth. Let us delve deeper into the teachings that can elevate our existence and transform our inner selves. Lord Lanto's wisdom, humility, and joy continue to inspire us. Embrace his teachings and let them guide your spiritual journey. By connecting with his wisdom, you open doors to greater self-awareness and enlightenment.
All right. So that's our first ascended master of the second ray, the yellow ray. And it is ascended master Lord Lantu. So he incarnated in ancient China as the Yellow Emperor in 2700 BC. The Yellow Emperor is credited with many inventions that improved the livelihood of the hunters of his tribe. He taught them to build shelters, to tame wild animals, and to grow 5 grains. Along the way, he designed carts, boats, clothing, and the earliest forms of writing and music. Other inventions credited to the emperor included the Chinese diadem, throne rooms, the bow sling, early Chinese cosmology and math, the Chinese calendar, and an early Chinese version of football. It was said that the emperor lived over 100 years. Legend has it that the emperor met a phoenix and a griffin-like creature called a Kwon and died. Lantu later incarnated as the Duke of Zhao at 1050 BC when he was the teacher of Confucius. The Duke of Zhou is credited with compiling the I Ching in the Book of Poetry, establishing the rights of Zhao and creating the Yayu of Chinese classical music. Wow. See, this is why I love studying this stuff and exploring it with all of you guys, because that's just so fascinating to learn about. Confucius. Wow. The Duke of Zhao. Lord Lantu, the Ascended Master, was the teacher of Confucius, and he also helped compile the I Ching. Wow. That's so intriguing. We learn something new every day. That's for sure. So that's Lord Lantu. That is one Ascended Master that you can connect with when it comes to the yellow ray and bringing more of that into your life. And then we'll go ahead and move on to our next Ascended Master.
Meet Lord Lanto, an ancient ascended master known for
Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. The softest things in the world overcome the hardest things in the world. He who conquers others is strong. He who conquers himself is mighty. The wise man is one who knows what he does not know. Water is fluid, soft, and yielding, but water will wear away rock which is rigid and cannot yield. As a rule, whatever is fluid, soft, and yielding will overcome whatever is rigid and hard. Simplicity, patience, compassion, these 3 are your greatest treasures. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. The best fighter is never angry.
And that right there is our next ascended master, the Yellow Ray. Very, very popularly known in our history, especially when it comes to the Tao Te Ching, and that is Lao Tzu. So he's a semi-legendary figure. He is portrayed as a 6th century BC contemporary of Confucius. So when you think about that lineage, Lord Lantu is almost like one of the grandfather teachers to Lao Tzu, since Confucius was a teacher to Lao Tzu. Really awesome. So some modern historians consider him to have lived during the Warring States period of the 4th century BC. He was a central figure in Chinese culture. Lao Tzu is claimed by both the emperors of the Tang dynasty and modern people of the Li surname as a founder of their lineage. Eventually, Lao Tzu had a large number of students and disciples during his lifetime. Whether he actually ran a school is often debated. Lao Tzu appears to have worked as the keeper of the archives for the royal court as a young man. This allowed him to read the works of the Yellow Emperor and other Chinese classics. Eventually, Lao Tzu became unsatisfied with city life. Legends hold that he then lived in a hermit for nearly a century. Returning to the city, he was recognized by a guard who asked Lao Tzu to write a book explaining the wisdom he had gained during his solitude. This was the fabled origin of the Tao Te Ching. One of the many principles in Tao Te Ching is literally non-action. The central concept is similar to other spiritual practices such as meditation that attempt to empty the mind of bodily consciousness and thought. The Tao Te Ching has become one of the most significant spiritual classics in Chinese history. According to the Tao Te Ching, humans are one of the 10,000 manifestations of the universal source of light. Lao Tzu is traditionally regarded as the founder of Taoism. Some analysts view Taoism as a religion specifically addressing the quest for immortality. Taoism has now grown into a pantheon of deities with Lao Tzu himself, the Jade Emperor, and close associates at the top. He is not only a master of wisdom, but he is a master of joy and lightness of the being. He is here to remind us life is not all about work, and that life can contain simple joys. We are all so solemn. We live our lives looking down when there is so much to be gained from turning our face to the sun and being the being that we are. He manifests on the yellow ray, the second ray of wisdom. Wow. Lao Tzu. How beautiful. So as we continue on, we got some stuff here. Masters of the Yellow Ray, the Human Kingdom, Lord Lantu and Shoshimi. The Angelic Kingdom, we have Archangel Jophiel and Christine. And then we have the Nature Kingdom, Elohim, Apollo, and Lumina. So a little bit about Archangel Jophiel and Christine. Archangel Jophiel is the angel of beauty and wisdom. She means beauty of God. And she's a patron of artists and brings artistic and intellectual inspiration. So they actually say that Jophiel is male, but the archangels are interchangeable for sure. But I guess I'll go ahead and say he, since he does have a twin flame, Archangel Christine. So his golden ray will help to disperse lower thoughts and emotions and the dissolution of ignorance, pride, and narrow-mindedness. The golden ray is often depicted in art as a golden halo around the crown chakra, showing the mind illuminated with higher wisdom. Jophiel uses the golden sword of wisdom to cut through illusions and disinformation to the truth. Jophiel and his twin flame Christine amplify the higher consciousness, Christ consciousness, to all three kingdoms, human, angelic, and nature kingdoms. They can cleanse the mind and one's surroundings with beautiful thoughts that uplift the soul. Beauty truly is skin deep. It is a glow from the heart that radiates energy. Beauty is not a physical appearance, but a reflection of the soul from the heart. Outer physical beauty, beauty created in the arts and in one's environments are extensions of the energy from the heart, purifying emotions and thoughts, helping this energy be seen, like cleaning a dirty window, not only lets the light in to shine onto that within, but vision, looking out into the world, is also enhanced. They are also concerned with raising the consciousness, which is supported by connecting to your higher self. You can also raise your consciousness by holding divine love in your heart while feeling divine love and wisdom in your mind. Your heart is like a sun radiating the glow of divine love, as your mind is the golden light that disperses lower thoughts, ignorance, and expands your awareness. They also help to bring our hidden knowledge that expands the mind with understanding. They are particularly concerned with education and bring in advanced techniques to evolve education. Whew. So Christine, she is about stability, patience, clarity, and inspiration. She is the shrine where wisdom lies and is anchored. She helps us illuminate the soul to see that we have inner beauty as well as the beauty in others and in the world. Ooh. And then Apollo and Lumina are the highest beings of the Elohim in the nature kingdom. So they take care of the nature kingdom, and they are the directors of the 5 elements. Pretty cool. So then lastly, we have one more to cover, and that is good old Lord Yeshua. Lord Yeshua, he talks about being in the world but not of it. He talks about, "O ye a little faith, I am the way. I am the only way to the Father." When he says these things, he's speaking parables, affirmations for us to repeat to our own self as the I am. I am the way. So when you read that, you're saying out loud to the universe and saying to your own self, I am the way. Because Yeshua understood that he was not a separate force from all. He realized that he was the I am, just like I am the I am, just like you are the I am. So when he speaks in a way that he knows that you're going to repeat it and you're going to activate things within yourself because you're saying that I am the way to God. I am the temple. And so are you.
Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Knowing others is intelligence.
And you really don't want to go party with us tonight? What's wrong with you? You really don't want to go to the club tonight? What's wrong with you? If you were of the world would love you as its own. But because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. In other words, there's a difference between the values that the world has and the values that the kingdom has. And there's a persecution and an opposition. When you choose to follow the ways of the kingdom and they don't align with the ways of the world, you will be criticized. You will be condemned. And it may not look like, man, we're stoning him, but it may look like, man, you really don't want to go party with us tonight? What's wrong with you? You really don't want to go to the club tonight? What's wrong with you? You don't want to have any fun anymore. What's wrong with you? Like, why don't we go have the fun we used to have? Why don't we have some drinks? Sometimes the persecution when you follow Jesus, it looks like simply saying no and feeling the pressure by the people that you thought cared about you the most. And you're saying, no, this is not what I'm about anymore. Like, that looks like bearing your cross. That looks like following him.
All right. So yeah, Yeshua is another yellow ray carrier as well. The way that he demonstrates faith within, not wavering, to remembering and embodying your connection to the source, no matter what's happening to you on the outside, no matter the suffering, the pain, the Oh my gosh, the blasphemy. Everything else that Yeshua went through. Everything else that Yeshua went through, but still held unconditional love, still held the truth that he is connected to the source God, and asked for forgiveness for those that even took him out of this world. Those are all examples of carrying the yellow ray. Big time. Big time. All right. So let's talk about some crystals now. So first crystal we have for the yellow ray, we got citrine. So citrine, go ahead and put this on the bigger screen. So we have citrine. Citrine is a vibrant yellow. It promotes abundance, creativity, and emotional balance. Abundance and prosperity, known as the merchant stone, attracts wealth, success, and abundance. It also helps with releasing negative emotions such as anger and fear, encourages a positive mindset for positivity, joy, and self-confidence. It's also good for creativity and clarity. So it helps with creativity, imagination. It also is an excellent component for artists and those seeking inspiration. It aids in mental clarity and focus and helps overcome confusion and indecision. So that is citrine. I actually have like a little frog. It's a bowl too. Citrine frog. Pretty cool. Next crystal we have up, we're going to go with the golden healer. The golden healer. Golden healer is one of my favorite crystals for sure. Let's see what they got to say about the golden healer. And this is what you guys can do. You can just type in the crystal name and then properties at the end, and you'll get everything about it. So it helps with emotional balance, self-evaluation, chronic tension. Spiritual growth is known as the master healer, and it supports transformation and enhances spiritual growth. Physically, it aids in detoxing, boosts the immune system, and improves circulation. It's linked to the solar plexus, personal power, confidence, transforming negative energy into upliftment. Then it helps with fostering relaxation and a sense of well-being, making it a versatile healing stone. So that's the golden healer. Next up, we have honey calcite. Honey calcite is pretty fascinating too. I really like it. So honey calcite has a warm golden hue, and it's celebrated for its emotional balance and ability to enhance personal power. So it helps with confidence, creativity, and inner strength. Emotionally, it helps with stagnation, self-doubt, and negativity. So it gives you compassion and helps you with understanding relationships. Also helps with motivation and personal power. So it helps with motivation, leadership qualities, overcoming fears, and encourages them to pursue their goals. Physical health, it helps the kidney, the bladder, joint pain, and the immune system. It helps with dispelling mental blocks and gives you that deeper self-discovery. That is honey calcite for you guys. And I'll go ahead and let you guys see the piece I have as well. Honey calcite. And then another stone is brucite. Brucite's a pretty nice stone as well. So brucite helps with personal will, helps with your desires and ambitions, helps you with understanding your spirit's mission. It also helps with putting a stronghold on outside forces and strengthening our inner being. And then it also helps, quote unquote, lost souls with being able to find their place. It's also one of the strongest channeling stones that you can use as well to connect with your etheric body. Pretty fascinating. And then the last stone I'm going to go over is tiger's eye. You can get many different kinds of tiger's eye. But tiger's eye is most commonly known for helping with vitality, oh, I'm not sure why it's not sharing the screen. That was weird. Okay, tiger's eye. So tiger's eye is vitality and physical action, helps with grounding and centering. It also helps you during chaotic times to be balanced and grounded, and it balances the solar plexus with your personal power and decision making. It is also thought to have the healing properties for boosting your confidence, enhancing your willpower, and giving you mental clarity. Good old tiger's eye. And I have a golden tiger's eye here for you guys to check out. Tiger's eye is definitely one of my favorites all time. I love tiger's eye. And I actually want to show you guys this too. So this mixes the blue flame with the yellow flame. We got blue tiger's eye tower. Phew, it's gorgeous. Wow. Pretty cool. Grand risings, gratitude of rich risings. Is it okay if I'm like 15 minutes late to the meditation? I have to get my yoga mat from my house. I thought I had it with me. Oh, that's therapy space I'm about to host in about 20 minutes. Yeah, over at Sharon Woods here in Sharonville, Ohio. I like to host once a week a free waterfall sound healing therapy space. We do some journaling, conversating, and then we do some sound healing at the waterfall. And yeah, you can show up anytime within the window that's open. So from 10:30 to noon, you can show up anytime, just so you know. Then there's 7:30 to 9:30 as well in the PM. But anyway, thanks for asking. So yeah, those are some of the crystals that can help connect you directly with the yellow ray. And we'll go ahead and move into our closing practice to close out. Let's get some meditation music going. All right. Gratitude to you as well, Donnie. I look forward to seeing you. Be a beautiful space. Man. Let's just take a big old stretch, big old yawn if you need to, or a big old vocalization. Let's just let it out. Make a primal sound if you want. Ooh, man. Get a little tiger growl or something. Man. How blessed we are to be alive today. How blessed we are. How blessed we are to be able to find peace within all this chaos. How blessed we are to be able to have the opportunity of peace within this chaos of this world. I tell you, man, be in the world but not of it, as Yeshua says. All that's going on out there, as long as it's not directly affecting our field, we still get to do things with our free will without basing it off of what's going on out there. How amazing is that? And if it is in your space and it's bothering you in a way, then there's ways that we can address it as alchemists. How powerful and profound. Anyhow, let's go ahead and grab one of our crystals for our solar plexus. I'm gonna go ahead and use the golden healer. And let's go ahead and take that. And let's go ahead and hold it right here on our solar plexus in the middle of our abdomen. Go ahead and place your palm over that crystal. You can now begin to start focusing on breathing and circulating your breath through the solar plexus. Breathing in, directing it through the solar, breathing out of the mouth. Relaxing our shoulders, relaxing our body, relaxing our jaw. Continue to focus on breathing and close your eyes as well. You may repeat this affirmation at your own free will. I am the yellow ray. I am illuminated. I am shining. I am releasing. I am dissolving energies in my field that do not support and align with my yellow ray in balance. I am capable, and I am, and I have moved through all obstacles and challenges in my life. I will continue to. With that knowing, and my eternal connection to the Father and Mother, I am allowing myself to enjoy life in this moment. The past is in the past, and I am healing the aspects necessary. The future is in the future, and I am preparing and putting myself in the positions necessary to fulfill my dreams and visions. I am releasing energies that are in the way of this balance. Deeply breathing into the solar. Breathing into the solar. Feeling your connection with any of the masters and angels. I am beautiful, I am vibrant, I am radiant, because I am of service to the source, and the source is me. May this be, may this flourish for all to see. Ashe. Thank you guys for joining me for this episode of the second ray, the yellow ray on Grand Rising with ChristoLight. I will see you guys next week for a fresh week on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern to continue this series. You guys can tap in and tune in today at 1 p.m. Eastern, as I will be live with Sandy Marshall for the Law of One, Raw Material, Ascending Beyond Limitations. See you guys then. (2023) Mother Gaia, third dimensional planet, ascending. Thank you from the Sacred Light Broadcast Network and Sacred Light Productions for tapping in and tuning in to all live and replay content, holistic, conscious, for your empowerment. Tap in to the Christ light within. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember that you are the one that you have been looking for. Enjoy this content. If you would like to collaborate or receive production through myself, Marcus ChristoLight, direct message or email me at marcustut23@gmail.com to discuss details. Wholeness and balanced love. Ashe.